Hey, what's up, y'all? So I want to talk to you about distractions this morning and just bring something to light that you may not realize there because it kind of feels like it's normal. And what I'm talking about, distractions in general. So we're up here in Tennessee. We got the log cabin and whatnot, and we're up here with my in-laws and my cousins and whatnot. There's 10 people in the house. And last night, everybody was woken up by the wind. Because it was just hooting and howling and just going through this little valley that we're in, and it distracted us from sleeping, right? Well, this morning we get up. I typically try to get up for everybody else because I want to get out the door because I'm still pretty sleepy. I still want to get going before I get distracted of trying to get out the door to go do my first workout for the 75 hard group. And everybody was awake. They were talking about it. Hey, what about the wind? It was just putting a slight pause on me getting out the door. And I don't want to sound like I was being an asshole, but I was ready to get up and go, right? But the wind distracted us from sleeping. It distracted me from getting out the door this morning. And as I was going on my walk, I ended up right over in that little area. Hopefully you can see this, but there's a little curve right there, and it's kind of shielded from all this wind. So I ended up in this little valley, and I can hear the wind, probably like you can hear it right now, just a blowing. I mean, it was howling. I could hear it above me, and I just paused, and I was like, I don't feel a thing. Where I was standing at that moment in time, there was no wind. There was nothing distracting me from walking. There was no resistance, right? We're talking about resistance a lot in the book of the month right now. And it just dawned on me how little things can distract us when we don't know it, and how those little things add up over time. And that, for us, the wind was a distraction last night for us to sleep. The talk about the wind was a distraction this morning for me to get out the door. And I didn't really realize it until I got to that little spot over there and thought, wow, I can hear the wind, but I'm not feeling the wind. I'm not feeling the distraction right now. Actually, it was kind of peaceful. But the point being is that we all have distractions around us that we may or may not are actually distracting us, right? So I want to challenge you this week, as you go into this week, what is distracting you? One of the biggest reasons I moved our group off of Facebook is because of all the distractions on there, right? And so you now have a place where you can come and say, look, if I want to know something about W2 Capitalists, or if I want to bounce an idea or see what people are talking about off of my W2 Capitalist counterparts, I have a place that I go, and I know that's the only thing I'm going to consume, right? So think about what is distracting you from getting to the next spot, right? And guys, I'm going to mention Facebook as a distraction because it is. It is definitely a distraction, at least for me. Maybe you may have realized since we have moved our group off of Facebook, I'm doing less and less on there. I have the automated posts that go out into the group and whatnot, but it is a distraction for me because I know once I click on that app icon and I get in that environment, I can scroll for hours, right? My phone logs this and it shows me how much I actually spend on Facebook. If you don't have that enabled, I want to encourage you to enable it, because you're going to discover there are a couple of hours, maybe a day, maybe a week, regardless, it's a couple of hours that you're spending just scrolling, right? And which adds no value to your life whatsoever. I shouldn't say whatsoever. There may be a little tidbits in there, but my question is the juice worth the squeeze? Guys, I just want to encourage you to think about what is distracting you. It could be something as little as the wind, which you cannot control, right? But you can control getting on your app, getting on the Facebook app, and scrolling for days on end. So, guys, I want to encourage you to have a distractionless week. Keep your momentum and enjoy the view.